What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JohnnyLox here, back with another video. And man, I don't know, it's something a little bittersweet about this one. The bitter part is the fact that I feel like I'm going backwards, but I'm moving forward at the same time. So if you've been keeping up with my channel, my journey from the beginning, you know that in a little over 2 weeks I'll be 2 years in on my lock journey. So I'm very, very happy about that. It has definitely been a journey. It's been some ups, it's been some downs, and I make sure I share everything with you guys, whether it's good or bad. And I think that my bad, yeah, man, it's back. It's back. So if you've been following along, then you know that probably maybe about a year into my journey, I had some issues with thinning, pretty much on the top of my head and somewhere in the crown too. So what I ended up doing was going to a dermatologist, and they diagnosed me, I guess, and said that, you know, I had some inflammation going on top of my head, and they gave me clobetasol to help heal that, and also they prescribed Rogaine to help, you know, restart the growth in that area. So along with that, with the Rogaine, came pretty bad flaking, and that seems pretty common when using Rogaine. So they prescribed me something else. Man, I can't even remember the name of it. But it took away the flaking. Now they prescribed this shampoo for the flaking after they told me to stop taking the Rogaine. So the flaking went away. Now, if you're not familiar with Rogaine, which some people are, majority of people are, it's a topical solution that you use to help the hair where it's in the area where it's thinning to start regrowing. The only thing about Rogaine is that once you start using it, in order for it to stay thick and continue growing full like it is, you have to continue using it pretty much for the rest of your life if that's what you want. And if you stop using it, then it'll go back, your hair end up going back to the way that it was as far as the growth is concerned. So with that being said, I stopped using the Rogaine probably about 3, I can't even remember, man, like 2 or 3 months ago, I believe it was. Pretty much because, you know, everything was coming back. You know, I started interlocking, and that area of my head was feeling strong, you know, and it was growing thicker. So along with that, I mean, I just felt like everything was kind of going back to normal, you know, and in normal, I mean, where like your hair is growing thick and full everywhere. But it's not. It's kind of going backwards. So if you watched my last video when I was talking about how interlocking, you know, I guess because I waited like 3 months to get it done over again, it basically, the rotations of the interlocking, because I waited so long, they really started to bud, and it was it's like knots, you know what I mean, like bigger than the rest of my locks, it's kind of like knots. So what's going on now is I'm seeing that the new growth at the root, it looks thin again. So it's basically like what I said earlier with the Rogaine, where if you stop using it, your hair goes back to growing the way that it naturally would, as far as if it was thin before, you stop using the Rogaine and it goes back to growing thin. So I'll be honest with you, I'm not really the one to be like, okay, I'm gonna add in Rogaine and I'm gonna use it on a daily basis to keep my hair full and, you know, like that. I mean, and this is just saying that the hair is thinner in that area. That not that it's thinning, like getting thinner, like it's just fizzling, you know, like it's just Thanos snapping away. But it's going back to that, you know, where I really don't like it type of thing, you know. And about a week ago, I started using the Rogaine again. I was like, okay, it's starting to thin up again, so let me go and get back on this Rogaine. And I promise you, 2-3 days later, I washed my hair after I started using the Rogaine. Well, no, I used the Rogaine for about a week, and about a week later, which was a few days ago, I washed my hair. Man, it was itching like crazy. And I hadn't washed my hair for maybe about 2, maybe 3 weeks or something before that. So now I noticed the flaking started back again. So it legit is the Rogaine that's causing the flaking, the crazy flaking, because it dries your hair out. I mean, wherever you're using that, I mean, and I knew that it would dry my hair out, but I used it and I figured that I could counter those effects by, you know, making sure that my scalp was oiled every day, you know, trying to keep it moisturized, you know, taking into consideration the climate, you know, and the weather change and everything. So I figured I could do that, but it was still flaking like crazy. And then my scalp was like really irritated right up here in the middle area. And it was tender, you know. So I washed my hair real good, and I came to the conclusion that I'm not gonna use the Rogaine. I'm not gonna use it. I mean, my hair may go back to being kind of thin in that area, but that's cool. I think that taking more time between the retwist or the interlocking is probably the most beneficial thing that I could do at this point, aside from using something an outside source like Rogaine or something, some type of chemical to keep it going. So 2 things, man. I know that I told y'all for the 2 years mark, you know, I was gonna do a fresh retwist so you can see the length and everything. The health of my hair, I'm gonna have to really stick with what works for me. You know what I'm saying? And that, in my experience in this almost 2 years of this journey, has been interlocking. And I know I started off with retwisting, and it was cool. You know, even when I started from the very beginning, you know, my hair was fine. Even the thinning area wasn't thin like that. But as time went on, and as I started, you know, retwisting, you know, I started off every month. And I tried to push it out a little bit longer, but even pushing it out longer, it just didn't work. So I'm convinced that kind of like retwisting, I think, is just not good for that area that's up top that's thin. And for those of you who are new to the channel, of course, I will be going to take this headband off here. It's kind of matted back. If you want to know where to get like these little scrunchies and stuff, any beauty supply store will have them. Go to Walmart, anywhere. Matter of fact, I think this particular one, well, this is what it's called. Let's see if I can get that focus up for you. I got this like from Target, I think it was, but I wasn't using them when I first bought them because my hair wasn't long enough to do what I'm doing now, and it was just too tight on my head. Now I'm using them because it is tight and it holds, you know, where I need it to hold. But so I'm just gonna go on and show you. All right, so looking right up here in the top, I'm just kind of putting them down to the side or whatnot, but you can kind of see if I can get it to, you know, kind of get in there. But if you can kind of see, it is kind of sparse, and I still got a little bit of flaking. Not really much on the scalp itself, but just outside of it, where it's kind of, you know, it's kind of spaced out up in there. So if you look on the sides here, in these locks, in between these locks and these parts, you can see, you know, where it's full, you know, and it's thick. The locks aren't spaced out super crazy or anything. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm trying to get it for y'all, man, but you can see like from right here, like this all is, everything over on this side and on the sides period is healthy. But when I get up here in the top area, that's where it starts getting like really spaced out, man. And yeah, I don't really like that. I don't like it like that, to be honest with you. But you know, it is what it is, and I'm just gonna keep rocking it You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep on rocking it and let it do what do what it do. But I will say that I'm not gonna get a retwist. I think I'm just gonna go ahead on and do the interlocking because it seems like my hair just responds better with interlocking because I don't have to do much to it. You know what I mean? So, but what I will say I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna go like 3 months or something without getting without getting it redone or something like that. I probably won't do that. I'm saying that I won't do it, but we'll see, because I honestly didn't have a whole lot of new growth when I got this last retwist. It's crazy, I don't know, but I'm not gonna keep that. My intention is to not go that long without getting something done to it. But I think that I'm gonna go ahead and do my interlocking for my 2 years. I'm gonna make sure this clean just like it was the last time. You haven't seen that video, go back and check that out. I believe it was in July when I had gotten it done. And yeah, my wife, she did her thing. So I'm gonna go back and, we're gonna go back and do the interlocking thing for this. And it's just a quick tutorial, man. Just in case y'all the same length, y'all can see how to do this, how I do this. It's a little process, man. That's why I don't do it too often. I don't take it down too often. Once it's up for the day, it's up. Then when it come down, it come down. But I do it for y'all. Anyway, man, I just wanted to share that with y'all. If you happen to be going through the same thing or a similar issue, drop a comment below. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let's just chop it up and talk about it. If you want to follow me on social media, JohnnyLox _ at everything. Links will be in the description below. Go by and follow me there. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. But I'll be honest with you, man, as far as the length is concerned, you can really see it right here. Ain't a whole lot gonna change in 2 weeks. Not a whole lot will change in 2 weeks, but let's take this one for instance right here. This one right here, I got all my, you know what I'm saying, it ain't twisted up or nothing like that. So, boom, like, when was the last time I was there? I wouldn't, oh my God, this is almost 2 years for me. I'm almost down to my lip. Now coming from where I'm from, back when I had the twist, the wave twist, I call it wave twist because that's how low it was. This, for 2 years, for me, this is good, man. And I'm not complaining about it. And I pray to God that I can keep going in this journey for y'all, man. And for myself, because I definitely enjoy having them. I'm not too concerned. I've gotten past trying to get it longer. I'm just letting it do what it do. But anyway, let me get on up out of here. I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Y'all make sure y'all be safe. 2 years coming up. Stay blessed, stay locked. I'll holler at y'all next one. Peace.